A lot of people try to meditate their way out of stress, but they are missing three baseline frequencies of actual peace. In the coherence system, we call them the three zeros: stillness, silence, and spaciousness. When you find these three, you aren't just relaxing, you are resetting your entire nervous system from the inside out. Here's how we do it. 3 physiological sighs. Breathe in some more. Sigh. Breathe in some more. Sigh. Last one. Wow. I'm aware of the sensations of aliveness in the hands. Favoring your attention with the hands. Noticing the aliveness of the hands. Notice that as you notice, you feel more sensation. And it may start to spread up the arms, to the shoulders, the neck and the head, the face, through the chest, the back, the stomach, the lower back, the groin, the thighs, the hamstrings, the knees, the shins, the ankles, the feet. Extra attention in the whole body. Noticing the body's aliveness. Aware of the open attention, space in front of the body, space behind the body, to the left and to the right, above the body, below the body, space all around the body. Returning once again to the body sensations and favoring your attention on the sensations of aliveness in the body. The tongue is on the roof of the mouth. Noticing a sense of stillness. Stillness is like a mountain. The sensations are like the life on the mountain. You pay attention to the sensations of your body. You may notice a quality of stillness. 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 Noticing the stillness and the aliveness. Bring your attention to listening. Open listening. Listening to whatever is arising. Allowing. Listening. And as you place your attention on listening, you may begin to notice a quality of silence, quiet. Stillness, silence, silence, silence. In the stillness and in the silence, place your attention on the open visual field, whether your eyes are open or closed. Just noticing the open visual field. Noticing the vastness of the space all around you. The space of the room around you expanding out to the space around the building, around the city, around the world, even to the universe. Space has no end. Noticing this open vastness. There may be a quality of spaciousness. 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 Hosting the silence and the stillness. Stillness, silence, spaciousness, stillness, silence, spaciousness. Who is noticing the stillness? Who is noticing the silence? Who is noticing the spaciousness? Noticing the noticing. Becoming aware once again of your body's aliveness, the space all around you in this room. Any movement or stretching that feels enlivening. Coming back to stillness. Silence. Spaciousness. Noticing. Reinvoking your intention, dedicating the practice to the benefit of self, benefit others, benefit all. See at least one other person who could benefit from stillness, silence, and spaciousness. See that person thriving, benefiting, and see that benefit radiating out from them, benefiting others, and still others still. Invoking a sense of gratitude for the gift of this life, for our ability to practice, for our ability to explore, discover, learn, grow, and create for the benefit of ourselves, others, and all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
When I'm in my meditative state, I have trouble going very deep, but a couple things. One, are you ever very consciously invoking gratitude aside from when you maybe set your attention in the beginning? And if so, what's that conscious process look like?
If I'm attempting to flavor something, it might be any one of the Jolka virtues, the Jolka GPS. When you go further into gem work and you start to develop what is called your most secret name, that energy of that is your signature frequency of your icon of your essential self, of your most developed self. And therefore, I would be attempting to do any and all practices and any and all moments of life from that place. That is, in Western alchemy, is called the alchemical stone or the elixir of life. It's not that life is just becomes one homogeneous thing where there isn't infinite diversity and variety. It's that you are coming from one place and you are coming from the one. There's a usefulness in the cultivation of getting to water by going deep in a certain place. So the Jolka GPS gives us something to keep coming back to over and over and over again.
As thoughts arise, I typically just try and draw when the thought arises. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing in like a self-critical way, but usually that's not the case. Usually it's just like, okay, indicator, go back to what I'm supposed to be doing. But then, I hear about all this, label it or, and then do that. That just seems like additional cognitive work that would take me into a more cognitive place.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's nothing sacred but results. I think if you're already getting the cue, you're already at the energy of like, I can just leave it alone, then that's cognitive thing is meant to try to get you there. Point there is to really leave it alone. If you use a counter thought to try to get rid of the thought, you're now entangled with the thought, as you
Right.
pointed out. The thought's going to happen, but as soon as we notice, we can leave it alone. I don't even know. There's not even a word for it. It's just drop it.
Yeah.
Even the word dropping it is too much of a word for it. It's just literally leaving it alone.
experiencing your future self in order to collapse future possibilities, call it manifesting or whatever. That concept is odd to me because the idea of knowing who and what I want to be in the future, I'm operating from the, the naivete of my current self. And so maybe there are things that no matter what the scenario will be a, a self experience that I want to be hosting, or for lack of a better description, in the future. And maybe I just isolate to those. I believe that the like from Joe Dispenza and stuff like that, all that stuff's very real and that you can collapse the possibilities.
Yeah.
I just don't know if that's really without me knowing what future I want for myself, and rather do I focus on that, or so is that's such a powerful tool that I do need to be leaning into that some as well.
We can definitely dive into that. I think the more I hear Dr. Joe live, the more he, as a practitioner, he's been asked so many times, like, how specific do you need to be with your goals? And it used to be like, you got to be so specific.
Yep.
And now I hear him more and more being like, no, I just open up to the unknown and am in the state that I value and choose to be in, which is what we would call our most secret name. And I hear him say things like, the unknown has never let me down. And that I'm radiating. He doesn't use the word radiating, that's a Lair term, but he's essentially saying I'm opening my attention, I'm opening to the unknown, and I am invoking the frequency. This is now more Dr. Joe's words that I the frequency of the state that I choose to be in. And then I'm open to the miraculous. I'm open to the possibilities. I'm open to the serendipities. I'm open. Sometimes I'm massaging it with a little bit more of directionality of wealth or health or something like that. But sometimes it's just purely opening up to the unknown. But it is a concept that Rudy, again, Lair's teacher, Rudy, talked about, that spiritual work is reversing the timeline of past, present, future, and bringing the future now. Honoring your future self by exploring, discovering, learning, growing, and creating, freely choosing joy, openness, love, kindness, awareness, gratitude, presence, surrender as you explore, discover, learn, grow, and create. And doing that from the person that you value and choose to be, aside from the arising conditions, which are arising because of your past. That is what we mean by bringing the future now.